What's up, everybody? This is your boy Stephen J, and I'm here with Simply Steve, and we're talking about wrestling. As you can see going on behind us, we normally come to you on Tuesdays, every Tuesday, but tonight we're coming to you live on Monday night. As you see, Monday Night Raw playing in the background. But we're here, we're going to recap WrestleMania, go through all the matches, we're going to give you our takes on it, we're going to recap everything, and we're going to talk about what shocked the world last night. Wasn't Daniel Bryan winning the World Championship. It wasn't Daniel Bryan beating Triple H. It wasn't Cesaro winning the Andre the Giant tournament. It was the end of the streak. That one black guy with the glasses who looked like him, I'm telling you, I'm sitting on my couch and I'm like, I was just like this. He was mad. He was like this. But I was like, my boy all the way up in Delaware, Corey the Shield, he was wrecking a house. But we're going to talk about WrestleMania. We're going to give us a recap. So before we talk about The Undertaker, we're going to start off with a grade. If The Undertaker had won, and I'm adding everything in it as far as shock value, I'm going to give WrestleMania A. And here's the only reason why I'm giving it an A. Because of the shock of The Undertaker losing. If The Undertaker had won, like we all expected and wanted him to win, WrestleMania would have been about C+, B- for me. So, simply.
Because The Undertaker lost, I'm giving it a B. I was mad that he lost last night. I'm still not over it yet. But
we love The Undertaker. We love The Undertaker.
Yay.
But I'm giving it a B+.
B+?
No, B-.
Because of The Undertaker loss?
No, because a lot of matches that we thought weren't going to be worth our time was actually pretty good. Like the triple threat match.
So why wasn't it an A?
Because The Undertaker lost.
Okay. So you gave it a B-?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gave it a C, B. Originally, if The Undertaker would have won, I would have went the opposite and gave it the same grade. But the thing he's not taking into consideration is the shock value. I mean, if you ask 100% of the WWE Universe wrestling fans who's going to win, you had non-wrestling fans who knew about The Undertaker, that was like tweeting, that was posting on Facebook, that was on YouTube, that was blogging. I can't believe The Undertaker lost. Oh my God. They go all the way back to it. So they were talking about it. So if the shock value was just like a couple months ago when Triple H stripped Daniel Bryan from the title, okay, that was shocking, but okay. But The Undertaker losing, everybody just knew he was going to kick out, and it was just like, I'm telling you, my face was like, what happened? And Paul Heyman's face was like, and again, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to go down the line. We're going to go down the line. So, the
Usos retained their championship.
I didn't even watch that, so I can't even tell you. Tell us about it.
It was the Los Matadors versus the Real Americans versus the Usos and Ryback, yeah. And it was pretty good, fast paced, like everybody likes.
What grade you give it?
Giving it a. Give it a B. No.
C.
Yeah, I'm giving it a C.
Simply Steve, y'all. He's giving it a C. Okay, I got a question for you because I saw the match that they had on Raw a couple weeks ago, or was it last week? That match was an A, so it didn't live up to the hype of the first one.
It sort of kind of did. No, I might change it to a B, but only because. Let's see here. The Los Matadors, man, they was kicking it off. They were beating everybody. They were going off, and then they got eliminated by the Real Americans, and then Ryback still got eliminated by the Real Americans, and then it was just down between
Ryback.
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 Yeah, that's what their tag team name is.
What? That's stupid. Okay, so we're gonna, match is going on, the triple six-man tag. I love when the crowd was chanting for Harper, let's go Wyatt, and booing Cena because he sucks. So, but we're gonna start out, I ain't even gonna go there on my Cena tirade or anything like that. So the first match of the night was Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. I'm gonna give that match I'm gonna give it a B minus. Here's why. Triple H is over. In order for the match to actually been good, you would have needed somebody that can match strength and speed with Triple H. Triple H Undertaker 2 was a great match. Triple H Undertaker 1 was a good match. It wasn't.
Technically, you're talking about Triple H Undertaker 3 because they faced WrestleMania 3 times.
Triple H, well, what we know, the first one way back, nobody remembers that. But my point is, him and Daniel Bryan, it started off slow because Triple H couldn't match Daniel Bryan's speed and the intensity, and people was definitely in the match. Overall, it was a good match. It really was a good match, but it was a main event at Raw match is basically what it was. I'm not even going to say it was a pay-per-view, and if I say it was a pay-per-view, I'm going to say it was like a in-your-house pay-per-view, or a no-way-out pay-per-view, something like that. But it definitely wasn't, it didn't live up to the WrestleMania. But again, I gave it a B minus. But the whole match, he did him with the knee and everything, Daniel Bryan, and I give it a good match. I mean, I still think I would have loved to see Triple H win. But overall, I can't say that what happened was the wrong decision. So again, I give it a B minus.
First of all, a lot of people like him. I don't know about a lot of people. He wanted Triple H to win. My brother wanted Triple H to win, but in reality, he knew Triple H wasn't going to win. Because
fact tonight, Triple H is facing Daniel Bryan for the World Heavyweight Champion right now.
Main event. Anyway,
tonight.
Yeah, in the main event.
Simply Steve, y'all.
And basically, you knew Daniel Bryan was gonna win. Once he hit that knee, that was it.
And after the match was over,
he got jumped.
Triple H jumped in, beat the heck out of him, which was again no originality because we've seen that before. So then we had the Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaw, which actually Billy Gunn was injured, had a collapsed lung after he got powerbombed. That was decent, but it was a quick match. It was over quick. I was actually reading a book, my online book on the Nook, and the match was over, but I was glancing up, kept glancing up, but the Shield's running high. But I'm going to say this, that because they're so popular right now, it's detrimental to Roman Reigns. Because I think as a singles competitor, he would be awesome. So that match, I'm going to give it a C. Because it was okay. It didn't last that long, so I'm going to give it a C.
See, it was 3 minutes. Probably even less than that. That wasn't even worth WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
Alright. So you done with your grade?
Yeah.
Alright, so the next one was the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Last night we had our picks. I picked the Final Four, who I thought was going to be on the Final Four. He was off because he picked Dolph Ziggler. I was very excited that Cesaro won. Okay. I remember the first day he did the spinneroonie. I call it the swingeroonie because he swings the guy around. So when he first did the swingeroonie, and everybody was like, yo, that's kind of cool what he's doing. And then they started counting, and every time he grabbed the leg, everybody's looking for that. So it was a good match, started off good. Again, there's a match people still waiting to see because Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara was going at it a couple times, but too many guys in the ring to actually focus on it. But overall, I'm gonna give it A. It was pretty decent.
Kofi had a little moment again.
Yeah, Kofi had his moment. He got thrown over the ring, and his foot landed on the stairs, and it stayed on the stairs, so he was able to get back in. That's Kofi's signature thing. Anytime there's a battle royal, apparently. So Royal Rumble and this battle royal, he just gives you excitement. So that was one of the reasons why it was A. But Cesaro really impressed me. He picked the Big Show up last night, slammed him over the ring for the win. So expect big things from Cesaro. I expect him to be breaking away from the Real Americans within the next couple of months, going on his own, competing against Daniel Bryan or John Cena as a top contender. So he's stupid. He was in the ring. Who did he knock out?
Big E.
Yeah, he knocked out Big E last night, so he's dancing. And I'm like, come on. So then Sheamus came over and was hitting like this like 40 times. I think people got tired of counting. But,
Like
overall, I was impressed. I gave it an A simply because Cesaro is really coming out of his shell, and he's propelling. He is propelling. And I think Roman Reigns would have been going the same level with him if they kept him in, if they don't keep him in the group.
It had a lot of good excitement in it. Like when Andre picked up the Big Show, threw him over the rope. The little Kofi's little moment. No. That was.
Oh, you sure?
Yes.
Simply Steve, y'all.
Kofi's little movement like he always does.
I can't stand this chick.
Oh my
She's
god.
stupid.
Oh.
Alright. So the next match was Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
I thought Cena was gonna go the way he was acting.
You go first.
Alright. I thought Cena was gonna go.
What grade did you give it?
Oh my gosh. B minus.
B minus. Go ahead.
First, by the way, Cena was doing all that stuff. I thought he kind of was gonna go heel at first. I was like, oh, he gonna go heel, stuff like that. Then he went back to his old ways and stuff like that, and it was pretty okay. Yeah, I really thought he would, but guess not.
I'm gonna give that match. I'm gonna give it a B minus. Close to, and when I say B minus, it's 1 point above a C plus.
So what, 80?
I really wasn't into the match per se. I love the fact that the crowd was cheering for Bray Wyatt. Big time. I love it. And here's the thing, I don't know why the WWE will not go with that. Why won't they go with that? That, Cena gets sick and tired of being booked. They've done it with everybody else. CM Punk, they've done it with. They've done it with Edge. They've done it with Shawn Michaels. They've done it with Triple H. They did it with Stone Cold. They did it with Hulk Hogan. I don't understand why they won't do it.
I guess because maybe the kids need a hero. I don't know.
Hogan was the hero before he went to the NWO. And you remember, who was it?
Everybody was shocked when he went there.
Why? Remember all that?
Everybody was shocked.
But, I love the fact that the crowd was anti-Cena. I love that. That was my highlight. Overall, again, I give it a B minus the match. I think the whole thing is lack of originality because it's Hulk Hogan all over again. He's getting into the mind and this, that, and the other. I can't remember who the guy Hogan was facing years ago that was like in his mind and stuff like that. And Hogan was like, not sure, and this, that, and the other, iffy and antsy and stuff like that. What legacy, man? Get the heck out of here with some dumb legacy. That's stupid. You ain't Bret Hart. You ain't Kurt Hennig. You ain't Randy Orton. You are The Rock. You ain't got no legacy. You a one-generation superstar. If you was Randy Orton 3 generations, or 2 generations. No, yeah, Randy Orton 3 generations. Just like The Rock is 3 generations. I mean, then okay, that's a legacy right there, but no. Oh, gosh. So, now we're going to get over to the main event, The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. I'm going to give that match an A. I'm going to give that match, matter of fact, I'm going to give it an A+. It's an A because of the match. A plus because of the shock value. No, I'll say A minus for the match. A plus because of the shock value. It seemed like Take was giving it every. What did I tell y'all a couple weeks ago? Take old, man. Take is old. And here's my theory, and I talked about this last night. Just go look at the tape for what I posted. I really believe The Undertaker was supposed to win that match. Again, go on YouTube. You'll see The Undertaker was at one of Brock Lesnar's UFC fights. And he got interviewed. And Brock was coming out of the ring. And him and The Undertaker had words. And everybody knew there was either speculating that there was beef between him and Brock and this, that, and the other. And so when they finally went head-to-head at WrestleMania, you automatically knew, okay, this is going to be pretty good. I don't think they hyped it up good enough as they should have, but the match was pretty decent. And when it came down to it, when Undertaker got pinned, again, I was like that black guy that's gone viral. I was like, my mouth was open like, what just happened? Again, I think The Undertaker was scheduled to win that match. But I think, it's something that Triple H and Shawn Michaels talked about last year. Not last year, 2 years ago. And Triple H told Shawn Michaels that, hey, when you know it's your time, we say we take each other out, or whatever. I think The Undertaker knew that it was his time, that, he ain't had that flair, he doesn't, he did old school, halfway, right?
He got countered by...
Yeah, he did that, but it just wasn't the same Undertaker that we saw against Shawn Michaels 1-2 and Triple H 1 and 2. It just wasn't the same. So I'm thinking that, I believe, matter of fact, I would bet $1 million on that he was supposed to win, but he decided not to kick out, because when Paul Heyman is good at acting, but even the look on his face last night when the referee counted 3 and he was just like, and even Brock was shocked. Matter of fact, if you want to remember the Montreal Screwjob, how everybody was looking so confused as to what just happened when Shawn Michaels beat Bret Hart for the title that day. Everyone had the same look on their face. Not just the fans, but people that actually work. Because the announcers was like, what? Huh? Undertaker just lost? Because I don't think they was expecting that. I think what they call giving the job, meaning that I don't mind being pinned by this guy. So Undertaker gave the job to did the job to Brock Lesnar and is gonna put him over. So look for him to be in a title contention like real soon, because he's gonna come out and come after Daniel Bryan, which I think that will be an excellent match, because Brock, being his UFC days, a submission specialist, Daniel Bryan, a submission specialist. So, simply. I'm still shocked by it.
I've been mad since I saw that.
Talk to the people, simply.
I've been mad since
I
saw that he lost. I can't get over the fact. Matter of fact, I have friends at school. My friend Roberto, who doesn't even watch wrestling, he was like, dude, I heard Undertaker lost. And I was like, you know? He's like, yeah. And I'm just like, no.
He cried.
No, I didn't.
I was like, it's gonna be alright.
I didn't cry.
It's gonna be alright, son. He was like,
I did not cry.
That's what he was like that time. What? Don't talk to me. My wife was like, what's wrong with you? Scared me, you take it off. So, scared me, you take it off.
Why couldn't he retire undefeated? So like
that would have been hype.
Black guy.
That would have been hype. But,
I got nothing else to say.
So, what grade did you get that match?
B.
B. Alright. So then we had the Divas Battle Royal. I think I watched it. I think I did. I know AJ won. But I gotta admit, AJ's move, what do they call it? The spider? The Black Widow? That's a decent looking move. But she won the Battle Royal. Like Forrest Gump. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So,
where was everybody else when she was giving her the
exactly. Let me say something about that. She's holding the girl in submission move on her, and everybody's out of the ring. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here with that. Let's move on. So we're going to go into the, we don't do divas here, man.
Main event.
We're going to go to the main event, which wasn't the main event, because The Undertaker Brock was the main event. I'm about to say Shawn Michaels. Triple threat match, Randy Orton, Batista,
Daniel Bryan.
I'm going to give that match, I'm going to give it an A. I didn't think it was going to be that good. And again,
Same here.
When Batista took Daniel Bryan and powerbombed him on the table, on the announcer's table, and Randy Orton caught him in midair and RKO'd him, oh, that was hot. That was just hot. But I think Randy Orton landed on the TV, one of the monitors, and because I know his back was bleeding and stuff like that. But overall, then Daniel Bryan was getting wheeled out on a stretcher, a.k.a. Stone Cold over a year ago. No, let me stay and fight. He gets back into the ring, and he's fighting Batista. Randy Orton is out on the floor, and Daniel Bryan hits him with the goat headbutt with his knee.
Hit him with the knee.
And he gets the 1, 2, 3, and
he taps him out. He tapped out.
Did he tap out?
Yeah. He put him in the yes lock.
Oh, okay. And he got the 1, 2, 3, and he got the win. And yo, it was just pandemonium, man. I took so many pictures of Daniel Bryan winning and all the confetti that he had last night. It was great to see him finally win. So if you can see my phone when it comes up, that's Paul Heyman. This is how I looked when The Undertaker lost. I was like this, oh my God. But this is what I was like this last night. So overall, you know, I thought I gave it a A. I was excited for Daniel Bryan, and tonight he's facing Triple H for the title, whatever. But I think right now Brock is going to say he deserves a title shot. Hey, he deserves the title, World Heavyweight Champion title shot, Intercontinental title shot, the U.S. title, U.S. Champion title shot. He deserves tag team title shot simply because he beat the Streak last night. Simply Steve. He's still mad about the Undertaker. See, he's still thinking about it.
Wait, what am I saying?
See? I love the Undertaker. He just, oh my God, I just love him. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, I just love the Undertaker. The way he just goes like this and the lights turn on and he rolls his eyes at me. And I just think that I'm him sometimes. We were talking about the main event, man. See, I told you he was crying. He gonna say he wasn't crying last night. He was like, whew. How red was your eyes?
Main event, yeah. Dan Bryan versus Randy versus Batista. Yeah, it was pretty good. I was rooting for Dan Bryan the whole night when he was going against Triple H, and when he was going against, and when he was against, I was going for Dan Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
When he won, doing the yes chant. So.
Do you love the Lord? Yes.
So.
Is he worthy? Yes. I said, do you love him? Yes. Give him some praise. Yes. Do you love him? Somebody see it. Coco beware. Yes. Bad News Brown. Yes. Hulk Hogan. Yes. The Undertaker. Yes. The Ultimate Warrior. Yes. Overall, hey, I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was a little bit better. I put it like this.
It was pretty good.
It could have still been a lot better. It could have been a lot better. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame. I thought it was pretty good. Mr. T had me bagging up because he was preaching, talking about his mama. I love Mr. T's mama now. After listening to him with his thing, I was expecting something stupid to come out of the Ultimate Warrior's face, out of his mouth. And I thought he was going to try to correct. He did correct a lot of stuff, because if you did watch the death or the fall, rise and fall of the Ultimate Warrior, I watched that DVD. And basically basically they was like, yeah, that dude was crazy. He really thought he was real. He really thought he was from Olympus and this, that, and the other. He thought he was a loner. Ultimate Warrior. So that's why the second DVD is coming out, so he can correct that. So he talked about that. But I really thought he was going to go off. But he didn't. Apparently he has a job with the WWE now. So I'm good to see that. It was great to see Carlito, a spit in the face of people that don't like to be cool. So it was good to see him last night. He actually had, his moment because he doesn't work for WWE anymore, and he said a few things. I don't even remember what he said, but it was funny and had people smiling because, but his brother and his cousin was there, Epico and Primo. They were there and honoring Carlito's father, which was decent. I didn't see the Lita thing. It was cool to see Razor Ramon back with Click and Harry Yo. But they should have did the NWO little thing too, and
I was hoping they would.
X-Pac, Sean Waltman, the 1-2-3 kid, whatever you want to call him, six-pack Pac or whatever, something like that.
X-Pac?
That was pretty decent to see. I forgot WrestleMania started off with Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan and talking trash. That'll still put people on the seat. Hulk Hogan and Steve Austin. The Rock came out. I would have loved it if Ric Flair would have came out. You possibly could have had the Mount Rushmore standing in the ring right then and there. Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair. Although, I will say my Mount Rushmore, meaning that they are the greatest, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, I wouldn't put Stone Cold in there because Stone Cold didn't have long enough career as Ric Flair, as Hulk Hogan, as The Rock. And although he was big in wrestling and outside of wrestling, he just didn't skyrocket as high as The Rock did. And The Rock transcended wrestling into the movies and came back still transcending wrestling and the movies. Hulk Hogan, same thing. Ric Flair, same thing. So I thought that would have been cool if Ric Flair would have been there. And I don't even think I saw him in the Hall of Fame either. He wasn't in the audience or anything like that, so...
I thought that moment was awesome in the beginning.
So
with The Rock and Stone Cold and Rick Hogan.
We're going to do this right now. I'm going to turn up the volume real quick to see what Paul Heyman, a.k.a. Paulie Dangerously, is talking about. Brock doesn't have mic skills. Paul Heyman is a genius.
So notice this, okay? There's a lot of people in the back who sit there and say, I could have been the one to jump from the ring to the octagon. But Daniel Bryan never fought in an octagon.
Somebody talk about this TV on First Friday.
The Undertaker never fought
Okay,
in an
so
octagon. You know why?
that's my beautiful wife, y'all. He is the one. So that's going to be it for Stephen J. and Simply Steve, y'all. And we're going to be talking about wrestling tomorrow. Matter of fact, real quick, bring up my two little boys. They're going to give you their take on WrestleMania last night. First up is going to be Elijah if he doesn't hit the camera. Come on. Okay. Elisha is a crybaby, so he's not coming. Alright, what do you think about WrestleMania last night? What grade do you give it?
A B+.
You gave it a B+. B+. Why B+?
It wasn't that good.
Talk louder, people can't hear you.
It wasn't that good?
It wasn't that good?
Yeah.
A B is a passing grade, though. How's it not that good?
He didn't even barely watch it.
I only watched one match.
What match was that?
I didn't watch it.
What match?
One match.
What match?
Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker.
And what do you think about that?
I didn't even watch it.
So, you have nothing, you have no input whatsoever?
No, I know you won.
Okay, get out of here. Don't ever come back on my show again.
Okay.
Alright, so that's it for Stephen J. Simply Steve. We'll be back on tomorrow talking about wrestling. Peace.